Hi, we're Debbie and little Pip. Come and join us on our adventures, traveling in our camper van, far and wide.
Hi, I'm Debbie and this is Little Pip, which you know. This story doesn't come easy to me. It nearly finished my trip. It nearly sent me home on day 2. I left home and met a travel buddy in Nil. Her name's Sue. Sue and I are travelling together for this entire trip, which I'll tell you more about in future videos. We stayed overnight in Nil and we were going to be heading to Gawler that day. The road we were taking was going to take us through Conaiva border town, and I said to Sue, would you like to see the historic railway station that is pretty epic in Serviceton, a little place where I grew up for my first 7 years of life? And she goes, oh yeah, that sounds good. It was only a couple of kilometres off the main highway. Thank goodness I was off the main highway and I just entered into the small township of Serviceton on a bend, on a bit of a lean, and I heard this metal scraping on bitumen sound. I thought I'd lost a wheel. I thought I was going to be in big trouble. I put the hazard lights on. Sue had gone ahead and found the railway station and wondered where I was and came back looking for me. By the time Sue came back, I had the hazard lights on, been around the van expecting to see only 3 wheels on my van, but the 4th wheel was on there and my pressure gauges were still working in the van too. That's the first thing I looked at. But when I went round to the back of the van, I discovered that my freshwater tank had dropped onto the ground and the brackets had bent, buckled, broken and were on the bitumen. I couldn't drive forward. I couldn't go back. I was a traffic hazard. So while I was discovering what had happened, one of the locals pulled up right opposite me, blocking the whole road. And he said, oh, you got some trouble, love. And I said, yeah, I'm not sure what's happened. I don't know what I'm going to do. And within minutes, before Sue had done a U-E and come back to see where I was, 5 locals, 5 wonderful Serviceton local guys came out in wind and rain and rescued me. They crawled underneath the van on their backs in the wet, disconnected my tank, took off the bracket and let me at least continue driving safely. They cable tied all the other leads and pipes that were under the van that were connected to the tank, so I was able to drive. One of the gentlemen that actually helped us out asked us why we were here, and I told him that I'd lived in the town for the first 7 years of my life. And I said I've brought a friend to have a look at the railway station, and he happened to have the keys, and he said, well, I'll meet you up there once you get sorted. And he said, I'll show you through the railway station. So we got actually shown through the railway station, even though my stomach was doing cartwheels at the time, but it was very lovely of them. They wouldn't accept any money for payment for helping me out. They wouldn't take $100 to go and buy some beers and just sit round and talk about these 2 crazy ladies coming into their town that day. I was blown away, absolutely blown away. And if ever they're watching this, I am ever so grateful, and I hope to be able to pass a good favour onto someone in the very near future just to pay it forward. It was epic. So after we left Serviceton, the next thing on our list was to check out the white kangaroos or wallabies at Bordertown there in the reserve, which we did. Stopped there and sort of regrouped and everything else. Sue followed me in my van just to make sure that nothing else was going to be dragging low or anything, because I would hate to have thought what would have happened if I was doing 100 kilometres on the highway and that tank dropped on me. Yeah, that gets to me every now and again. So after Border Town, then we thought, well, we still got over a 3-hour drive to get to Gawler and in South Australia. So we just got on the highway and just took our time. I was checking with Sue, stopped every now and again just to check underneath the van, but eventually we got to Gawler in the dark about 6:30 that night. Oh. And that's my alarm to ring my mum to see if she's had her pills this morning. So I'll go and do that, and I'll start putting this video together to show you so you can see the damage to my van. The plans were to continue on to Gawler. It was close to Adelaide. Adelaide has got a Jayco service centre, which I was hoping to get to. And I was going to say to Sue, you continue on and meet up with the other girls, because we were joining a tag along. And Sue said, no, we're sticking together. So she said, what about we get to Gawler? We'll sort it out from there. If not, we'll check a service centre along the way to see if we can get the repair. So a night in Gawler, and then we could ring, because it all happened on a Saturday morning, about 11:30 on a Saturday morning. So no one on the phone. RACV were going to take an hour and a half to get to me from Nil, because I had one other call out. So we decided that, okay, we'll go to Gawler, assess it from there. That was Sunday. Still no answers on the phone on a Sunday, so we decided, well, let's go on to Port Augusta. Worst case scenario, I've got to come back. And we'll just see if we can get some answers from someone or a service centre somewhere along the way to help me. When I was in Gawler, we decided to try connecting me up to water in a caravan park, and that works. So I'm able to shower and be normal in a caravan park. I'm just having to carry water with me wherever I go. So that's where I'll leave it for this video, and I'll talk to you soon.
Debbie and little Pip rode out of town, Campervan packed ready to explore. Pip beside me, snug and warm, ready to chase another dawn. The highway stretched for miles ahead, dreams of places we'd not seen yet. Then out of nowhere came a dreadful sound. My water tank came crashing down. Right there in a little town called Serviceton, I thought my big adventure was done. But 5 good blokes came out that day. They didn't hesitate, they saved the day. They crawled beneath my camper van, worked together in wind and rain. They dropped the tank so I could drive, keeping my traveling dream alive. Nothing's gonna stop us now. We'll find a way, we'll work it out somehow. With little Pip right by my side, we'll take each bump and every ride. Kind hearts can turn your day around when hope feels like it's falling down. We'll get it fixed and travel on, another great adventure's begun. Sometimes the road throws you a test just when you're giving it your best, but strangers showed what mates can do and made my dreams feel good as new. Nothing's gonna stop us now. We'll find a way, we'll work it out. It's Debbie and Pip still riding free, making memories for all to see.
Well, I hope you liked that video. I'm very grateful for you hanging in there and listening to my story. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.